Here we are in downtown Pottstown. The PCTV Network presents the 2015 Halloween Parade. I'm here with Sheila Dukin, the
Main Street Manager.
Main Street Manager. She takes care of a lot of business here on High Street. There's a lot of things happening in downtown Pottstown. We want to thank the Rotary for making this parade possible. The Pottstown AMBUCS. We have several sponsors, which we'll mention later, but Sheila, we want to talk about some of the things in downtown Pottstown. Sheila, what's going on?
There is amazing things going on in downtown, and one is that $4 million has been sold in real estate downtown, just in the 2 blocks, 100 and 200 block, with investors who have good vision and money to invest in Pottstown. So we are hoping to attract more. It's very exciting. Just as you mentioned, thank you to everybody who put this parade together. One of the things I'd like to mention quickly is that these type of events in Pottstown are volunteer-based, and if all of us could join together and start volunteering and helping, these events become bigger and better, and they don't dwindle away. So opportunity is out there. Anyone who has time and energy, a little bit of time, a lot of time, all of it matters.
All right, the beginning of the parade here, we have the Grand Marshal, Bob Hartman. 40 years. He's been had one job or another in the borough of Pottstown. He's retiring this year. Robert Hartman Sr., the Pottstown Rotary. That's my son, Nick Yanessa, in the 31 Chevy with the Grand Marshal, Bob Hartman. Thank you, Bob, for all you've done for Pottstown. A couple of hot rods following up the lead car, 56 Chevy, Colin Montgomery, and another 56 Chevy, Shorty. That's you, Sheila, that little red one.
I was going to say, I need that one.
Yeah.
Where's Nick? I like the blue one, too. Are they both in your showroom, typically?
The blue one's mine, and the red one's a customer's.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's really cool. So, again, Pottstown Park and Rec, thank you for bringing the parade. Pottstown Rotary, thank you. AMBUCS Club. Some other sponsors, Pottstown Roller Mill, Eleanor Russell Fine Gifts, Connections on High Cafe, Argentos Pizza, Grumpy's Handcarved Sandwiches, Evan Hausman and Richard, Reflection Hair Designs. And here we have, A-Rom Ecker in his 1955, 56 Buick with the AMBUCS Soapbox Derby poster on the side of it.
Yes, another very much volunteer-based. The Soapbox Derby is really a great event, and it's held every summer here in Pottstown.
Yeah, it's really good for the kids, it's good for the community, and it's held out on Wilson Street. About June, July every year.
Yeah, they do an awesome job.
Oh, Candy Girl! We got candy!
Sweet!
Here you go, Sheila!
Great. Good for my teeth.
Some more sponsors, Brookside Country Club, Czarstar Security and Kriebel Security. Personal friends of mine, good people. And all the volunteers that help put this parade on, the fire companies. Our lights tonight are by Phillies Fire Company. And we want to thank Alex Zettmeyer and Joe Logan for running the lights. And of course, the PCTV Network. Gus Tellis is up in the bucket, making this happen so it can be on PCTV. So, Sheila, what else is going on in downtown?
Lots of getting ready for the holidays soon. Not the Halloween holidays. That will soon be over, and we will move into the Christmas holidays. Shop Small, November 28th, is another big event that we're planning.
Yep.
Anybody that shops in Pottstown, remember to go to your smaller family-owned businesses. Mike, I'm sure you know exactly what that's like.
Yes.
Owning the auto place for how many years now in Pottstown?
35 years in Pottstown. But we've been here 2 years already at the new building on the old Chevy dealer on High Street.
At Dames, yep.
Dames Chevrolet, yep.
And, you know, people coming in and investing, and we have some new businesses, new restaurants and things that are coming. Some of my volunteers, when at the very end of the parade, someone very special is going to make his first appearance. And I have the Kristen from Beverly's Pastry Shop, the Godfrey Real Estate helping, Our farm market that we're bringing into town in May of 2016, that crew is there.
Wow.
So lots of good things are happening in town. I'm very excited.
I noticed a lot of activity lately, and if you haven't been downtown for a while, you really should get out and see the new restaurants and things happening. It's really cool to see the old town come back, and you know, slowly but surely.
Yep, and we've got lots of things going on the recreation end too. The Colebrookdale Railroad, we have the miniature golf, which is this weekend is the last weekend of for spooky mini golfing. So get down there at Manatawny Greens and enjoy some time there. The Pottsgrove Manor, the trails, all of that is starting to come together. It's a great event.
Goodwill Fire Company now on your screen. That's who's coming up the street, and followed by some Halloweeners dressed up for the parade.
It's always fun to see the kids dressed up.
Sure is. We want to thank Carter's Lock Shop, another one of our sponsors. Been in business in Pottstown for 29 years.
Carter's will be selling our historic house tour tickets as well this year, as they have been for many, many years. So it's very exciting to have them aboard with supporting the community and doing everything that they can.
Yep.
This was always my kids' favorite, was the fire trucks coming
Big
down.
fire truck from Goodwill Fire Company right here in Pottstown. The Rotary Club, thank you again for bringing the play. The Rotary Club is really a really nice activity. It's a local businessmen that get together every Wednesday night. My son actually joined. He's the youngest member, and he's having a ball, networking, talking to people, and finding out all the businesses in Pottstown that you might not realize exist. So the Rotary Club, great membership program, and like I said, it's another big reason why we have this parade. There's a Philly fanatic. He's here at the parade. The kids always love him.
Do we love the Phillies? I haven't paid attention.
The Phillies? Well, we don't like.
Do well?
We like the fanatic. There he goes.
Are they on the same page as the Eagles?
Yep. A lot of my family's here tonight. My grandkids are here. They just got hugged by the Philly fanatic. My wife. I have people from New Jersey here, Alexis and Stacy. So it's a big night in Pottstown at the Halloween Parade 2015. Thanks to PCTV and Gus Tellis.
Beautiful weather compared
Perfect
to the rain
weather.
that was there yesterday, and people are coming in. People are starting to notice the Temple of Terror, which is also running through the rest of the weekend up the road here on Franklin Street. The Haunts on High was very successful last weekend. We had people coming in.
Right.
People came into town and didn't know a lot of things were there. So again, we are encouraging you to come into town, see what's new and see what's going on.
Yeah, some more fire trucks from Goodwill, and the big one, the Quint 69 from Pottstown Fire Department. That's a big piece of machinery. Of course, the kids always like them. Firemen, you got to take your hats off to them. They protect us. They do a lot for the community. They're on duty 24/7. So thanks all the fire companies here in Pottstown for doing a good job.
Many of them are also purely volunteers.
Volunteers, that's right. They volunteer their time, and time nowadays is precious. So we thank you for doing that.
I can hear a band.
Here comes a band. Pottstown Middle School Marching Band? Maybe.
Pottstown
High
schoolers.
Marching Band.
You were close.
I was close.
Yep. The high school band and the middle school band are excellent bands. Always a pleasure to see and hear.
You know, besides all the sponsors that I mentioned, Sheila, there's a lot of private individuals that donated, $25, a small amount, to make this parade possible. So you can make Pottstown Rotary compute. Wait a minute. Pottstown Rotary would handle any donations from private citizens and they don't want their names mentioned. They're just doing it for the good of the parade.
Right. And I have said many, many, many times, there's 22,000 some people that live in Pottstown. If everyone gave $1,
How about that? Yes.
that would make a huge difference to many of these nonprofits who keep working.
And the fireworks and everything that we do in the town wouldn't suffer. Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone can be giving a little bit, and it'll make a big difference.
All right, let's listen to this Pottstown High School Marching Band.
There's some interesting looking costumes coming up as well. Flags, way back when I was a flag girl.
Sound pretty good.
The high school and middle school are very well known for the jazz bands as well. They are excellent for all those who think Pottstown schools can't produce anything good. They certainly can produce a lot of good music. And a lot of good students have come out of it. Their dual enrollment with Monco is huge, being very successful. So it's a great school district. They're working really hard to keep moving forward.
Hey, 1977 graduate, Pottstown Auto Shop. Imagine that.
I know. I keep telling everybody, go into the service field because you're always going to need them.
That's right.
There's too many lawyers. Nobody can get jobs.
That's right. Yeah. How about a shout out to Pottstown Roller Mills for sponsoring the parade? Eleanor Russell's Fine Gifts, the Pottstown Rotary Club, AMBUCS, Park and Rec. Many good businesses on Pottstown, on downtown Pottstown. The Trothy Shack, located right up from my place. Charlie Pierce does a lot for the community. You need a trophy, he's here. So.
And those are all the things that if people go and make their purchases locally instead of at the big boxes, it does. It makes a huge difference. And you'll see some stuff starting to promote for Small Biz Day. November 28th, come on downtown. We'll be decorating the town. We need people to come out and help us decorate. We have Santa House coming. Santa's making his arrival, his official arrival, on November 28th. Lots going on through the holidays. So come on out and enjoy, meet your neighbors. Yeah, this is a great event. Lots of people are lining the streets.
There we go, Girl Scouts. I believe they're from Coventry, if my paper's right.
Scout Troop 7210, it looks like, if I can read that sign correctly.
There's a whole gang of them there dressed up in all different types of costumes.
Soon we'll be supporting them with the Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah.
More kids coming along and families with their costumes.
And then they vote on the best costumes, and they get a little, I don't know, trophy, Patty? They get trophies, awards, something. They're across the street, and they're judging the costume. Who's the scariest? Who's the most unique? Yep.
Well, then you should go get judged.
Oh, hey now. Shield.
Now, this is really great. The kids, the families, seeing everybody out here is huge.
Of course, last night it was supposed to be Wednesday night, the 28th, rained out. So here we are Thursday night, and it's what, 70 degrees and beautiful.
Yep.
So probably one of the warmer Halloween parades.
And this is one of the first since I've been here. I've only been here for a few years in Pottstown, but this is the first time they've had a rain date, and I
Yes,
think
good
it was
idea. Yep. Here
hugely
comes the Coventry
successful.
Girl Scouts. Here we go. Coventry Girl Scouts are coming down now.
Giving out candy.
Yep. I can remember coming as a little kid to these parades and seeing some of the, cars and people, and right here on High Street, downtown Pottstown.
I want to give a shout out. Some of the Pottstown High School students are here helping get things organized. I know some of the junior ROTC are here. Pottstown Memorial Medical Center coming down now. Pottstown Hospital is one of our big sponsors for the hometown holidays, so it's always good with their cooperation and help.
Oh yeah, look at the robots behind there. Do you see them?
They look like, what was that show?
Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
Yeah,
See,
there it
you
is.
guys are older than I am. You're showing your age now.
I've only caught it on rerun.
That's exactly what they look like, though.
Yep.
Very cool. Here we are with the middle school.
Middle school marching band following Pottstown Memorial Hospital and Mobile Intensive Care Unit. With the, come on, what's the name of the robot from the Lost in Space?
I was too young to remember. Just my siblings knew. These guys doing Thriller. Very cool. I will tell you, when I was doing drill team, those
Right.
flags were about 30 pounds.
Heavy, sure.
And heavy uniforms that we wore. They were not as easy it is today.
Okay, another big shiny yellow Phillies fire truck following the band. And looks like they might have candy.
Yep, the Phillies Fire Company is going to be helping us with the holidays. They'll be helping us decorate the big tree in downtown. Also, very much volunteer based and a great community to support. Just pick your nonprofit, pick your group that you want to support and
Yeah,
help out.
If you have the time.
$5 an hour.
Or the money. Time
Right.
or money.
Time or money. Either one works. I know they're always looking for volunteers as well. I'm not sure what the process is, but any of you, that want to be volunteers, firemen.
And Sheila and I have said, shop local. Keep the money in Pottstown. If you need signs, go see Fast Signs up on Shoemaker Road. If you need a plumber, see A. Jackson Ecker on King Street. If you're hungry and you need a roast beef sandwich, you got to go to Grumpy's on High Street. Argentos Pizza, High in Hanover. Connections on High Cafe. I haven't been there yet, but people tell me it's very good.
Very, very good.
Located
They
at
have
the New York Plaza
cappuccinos.
building.
Yep, good cappuccinos, iced coffee, and
And
salads, and all kinds of good stuff.
right, that's why I say you have to come out and check it out because there's a lot of new things happening. Reflections Hair Design on Schuylkill Road. Evan Hausman and Richard has been on High Street for as long as I can remember. 343 High Street. And then Brookside Country Club. They are a great place to go play golf, and they have really good food. and the memberships have become more affordable. Czarstar Security and Kriebel Security. If you need an alarm system or any security for your home or business, give them a call. And Carter's Lock Shop, 29 years in Pottstown, out on Hanover Street. So some of our sponsors, if you need their services, try to do it in Pottstown. If someone isn't in Pottstown, then you go outside the borough. But if you can, try to give them your business. It really makes a difference.
You know what the difference is dollar-wise?
Yeah.
If you shop locally, $75 out of every 100 will stay in town.
Stay in town, really? I didn't know that, Sheila.
47 if it's out of town big box stores.
Wow.
So think about those things when you're trying to buy stuff. Christmas is coming.
Belly Busters Pizzas and Subs is the next float. You'll have to Google that because I don't have an address.
I'm not sure where they're located.
I don't know where they're
but
at,
a very cool float.
Really cool. Really took a lot of time to put that together.
The Step in Time dance studio.
Nice float.
I'm pretty sure that's not a real baby up top.
I would hope.
Step in Time is located right over on High Street, but in the Saratoga end.
Speaking of the Saratoga end, Sheila,
comes our fire trucks.
Saratoga fire truck is falling behind, just coming into the picture now. See that swirly light thing on the front? That's a big number 58 Saratoga Fire Company record.
Right next to my old neighborhood. Heard them often.
Oh yeah, that's where you lived before you moved to Pottstown?
Well, I came from Delaware.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
you lived there first?
We lived there for 14 years, and then we moved into town and have loved it ever since.
Yeah, Sheila lives right in the borough in an old Victorian house. A lot of neat buildings in this town that need to be fixed up and saved.
Yeah,
so,
and you can't beat the architecture.
No, it's beautiful.
It's just amazing. And right now is the time to come by.
Yes.
Because in about a year, if we keep going at the rapid speed we're going, prices are going to go higher. And the housing stock's going to change. We have a lot of people coming in and looking at the housing stock, making them single-family homes, getting the community back on track, and that's an important step for the revitalization here. The Rotary Club has been doing a great job too at recruiting. I see Dick Franz all the time coming out. I know several people that have just signed up this year for it. They do the big duck race.
Right, the duck race, the 4th of July parade, summer food program, a dictionary project for all 4th graders in Pottstown School District, little free library, Person of the Year Award, Riverfront Pavilion Park maintenance, and it goes on and on. I mean, I could read 10 more bullets here.
Yeah.
How much the Rotary Club does for Pottstown.
And they raise money and give it away to the nonprofits that are deserving.
Right.
They just are really doing really well. And again, you know, if you're looking for something to do, somewhere to network and join and spend some good time and fellowship, you know, these are the kind of organizations that help form that.
Yes.
And they're starting to die away. So we need to get some young people up there, people that want to take a stake in their community and get them out there to join.
Man, I'll tell you what, here we got a lot of fire trucks, Upper Pottsgrove, Saratoga, Ringing Hill, old ones, new ones, and they're all shined up for the parade, looking good.
Norco coming.
Yep, Norco's following behind there.
They are loud though.
Yeah. The kids always like that, like you said, your kids. They love that big, shiny, loud machine.
Till they hit the siren, then they...
So that's what we need. We need those kids that like fire trucks to join, volunteer. The closest one to your house, there's several in Pottstown, North End, Goodwill, Empire Hook and Ladder, Norco,
Phillies, West End.
Join. I mean,
Well, West End might be Pottsgrove, but they're close.
that's okay.
They're in our neighborhood.
That's okay. And if you have some free time and you want to hang out, get a friend, go to the firehouse and see if they need help doing anything.
Yeah, we really need to take a stake and get our young people involved.
Yes. And PCTV. Okay, Gus does a lot for this town. He's very good. The station is very good. A lot of people watch it. I have a show in there called Car Stories, and you wouldn't believe the people that come in that tell me, hey, saw you on TV.
Yep.
I really enjoyed the content. And there's other good shows, real estate advertisements and stuff on PCTV. So if you have a business in Pottstown and you want to do some advertising that, again, is local and works very well, make sure you call Gus at PCTV Network. And they're online too. If you Google that, you can go there and watch all the episodes of shows that you might miss. My show, the parade, and the parade will be playing. Gus, I asked him before we aired, it'll be playing all weekend, just about every day throughout the day. And then if you have friends out of town, tell them to go to the PCTV Network, and you can watch shows, the parade on the internet.
Yep.
So
it's another great, to sponsor the parade. A handful of businesses went in, and it cost pennies. It literally cost pennies, and it just was somebody getting out there and talking to the businesses and getting them involved. Here's the Cub Scout troop.
And, Exeter
along.
Orthodontics, a shout out to them for driving there with their nice car all lettered up. And the Norchester
Red Knights cheerleading
Knights.
squad.
And who else? Cradle of Liberty, Pack 99, Cub Scouts. I figured they'd be coming. We had the Girl Scouts. Now we have the Cub Scouts.
Now we have soccer guys. Where they're from.
Who do we have?
Oh, from Pottstown. Or at least they had Trojan t-shirts on, so I'm hoping they were Pottstown.
Yeah.
Some more neat cars on its way. Some costumes. The kids just look really great. I just absolutely love to see the kids dressed up, having fun.
Yeah, it's a nice
The dentist probably does too.
Right,
Halloween. It's a good crowd out here. You couldn't have asked for a better night.
No,
I'm
it
really
worked out
happy
well.
they had the rain date, set it, and
Yeah, 2 years ago I did it. It was a great night. Last year it got rained out and there was no Halloween parade.
yep.
So like you said, it was smart of them this year to have the rain date on Thursday, and everybody can come out and enjoy it. And this year it just worked out perfect.
Yep. And from what I understand, the rain date only caused 2 groups that weren't able to make it. So
Right.
it's a great plan. It's a great way to support the community and get people out here and enjoy the time together. So again, thank you to the AMBUCS and the Rotary Club, and all those who are involved. Parks and Rec, I know they do a lot of work for this.
Look at this old green Cadillac. Hey, there's my grandkids on the TV right now. That's Adriana and Michael, my son Jimmy. They're here tonight for their first parade, 1-year-old twins.
Very nice.
And we have a beautiful green
I know,
Cadillac.
I was going to say,
Huh?
you can't beat the weather for that when they're little.
Yes. Their first parade. And they're having a ball here in downtown Pottstown.
This looks like, sort of, the car from,
Come on, Sheila.
what was that show?
Dan,
See,
time's
I'm
up.
too old. I'm too young.
You're
I'm
too
too
young.
young. I barely remember.
The Dukes
what?
of
Dukes
Hazzard.
That's
Daisy
what it
Duke.
was. Yep.
1969 Dodge Charger.
Oh, see, now on the screen I can see the top, so
Yep.
it really is like that car.
Yeah, well, Bo Duke, Luke Duke, Daisy Duke, Uncle Jesse. Come on, Sheila, you remember that? That wasn't that long ago.
I was too young.
Oh.
Telling you.
And behind it, behind the Dodge Durango, is a midget car. Midget is a smaller version of race car. Adults drive them, kids drive them, and that's number 55X.
And a Minion's driving it tonight.
Yeah, right.
Pottsgrove Band, I believe. I don't know where their banner went. Oh, here we are. Yep, Pottsgrove Middle School.
Pottsgrove Middle School playing some music.
I just saw the banner.
Let's let them play and enjoy the music. About the AMBUCS. We saw A. Ron Mecker go by. He's a past president and an active member. AMBUCS is one of the sponsors of the parade. Members support community activities. They sponsor Pottstown's Soapbox Derby, and they purchase specially equipped tricycles for handicapped children. Another non-profit organization that does a lot for the community.
Right.
Pottstown AMBUCS.
They too. Nobody gets paid there. You know, it's strictly volunteer based. They try to distribute the special bikes to both children and I believe veterans as well. They've had both, and they're typically a local community child or veteran that they donate to, and it's a great cause.
Amazing. And you don't realize what all they do.
Right.
This is Pottstown Cheer on the screen right now. I'm sorry, Pottsgrove.
Pottsgrove, yep. Youth cheer.
Youth cheer, excellent. Girls are really good.
Now, while we're talking about the AMBUCS too, just so people understand, when they do the Soapbox Derby down Wilson Street, about a year ago, they were able to get someone to donate the fixing and repair of the street. Which was
I saw
huge.
that.
And, you know, it takes it off the taxpayers.
Right,
and
we got a nice street again.
You know, the street's level, and, well, it's a big hill, but it's smooth now. But those are all the kinds of things that these organizations are doing.
Okay, Sheila, see the little monster truck there?
Uh-huh.
That happens to be mine, too.
Oh.
And it's Wilbur Santiago.
He looks like you.
No, come on now. It's Wilbur Santiago driving, and his daughter Ty on the back. I bought that truck for Nicholas when he was 5 years old, and he's now like 27. So
wow.
That's how long it's been in the family. So we had it here for the 4th of July parade, but I couldn't find anyone to drive it. But tonight, we got Wilbur and his daughter.
Awesome.
And there it is. It's basically a go-kart with a little body on it. Kids always like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the football team behind them.
Pottsgrove, right?
Falcons. Yeah, those little cars are pretty cool.
It is. It's pretty neat. And they're off, and we got wagons with kids in it all dressed up, some of the younger kids. If you don't want to walk, you get your parents to pull you in a wagon.
It's the football team making sure they're all on TV.
Yep. Pottsgrove football, what's that, Sheila, middle school?
No, I think they're too young.
Too young?
I think it's the youth group, yeah.
Youth group, there you go.
Probably where the cheerleaders cheer on.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
little kids.
They're all having so much fun tonight here in Pottstown for the Halloween Parade 2015.
Oh, what are these coming up?
Phoenix Raceway. They're little quarter midgets that youth drive down there. I don't know the age group, but I'm going to say like 8 to 16. And they go fast.
I'm sure.
And they have a nice display of cars there. Very nice looking. Phoenix Raceway. Oh,
Now,
another trailer full.
Are they off of Ridge Pike there? Is that what
I'm not
thinking,
sure.
or-
Let me just see if there's any information on them here, Sheila. Phoenixville Quarter Midget Club. That's the actual name of them, but there's no location. But if you got one of them
Well,
fancy phones, you can find
I was
out.
gonna say, just Google search it.
Which, speaking of that, up until a week ago, I had a flip phone. I would not give it up, but they finally made me go get one of those touch phones.
Smartphones.
It's tough.
Well, something else new and interesting happening in town. There is I have to think of the name of it. Where is my phone? Tap and Bill's gonna hurt me when he realizes that don't remember. Tap and Save. So it's a program, and I'll actually talk to you about this in Wheels in Motion.
So it's an app on your phone.
It's an app
see?
on your
See,
phone.
I can talk phone.
That will give people discounts at certain times of the day. So for a place like Grumpy's, we're slow between 2 and 4.
You get a
Somebody
deal.
comes into town, up pops the deal. Come on in, get a sandwich, get soup for free or whatever.
Amazing.
So technology is pretty amazing.
It is.
And, they're doing a lot with it. But we're working to hope to see a lot of Pottstown businesses doing that so that they can get moving and be supported.
So it just shot flames up.
Get Kelly and Alexis. Kelly! She can't hear me. Some of the crowd here tonight. Here's my son, my family, my wife, my grandson.
Excuse me.
You can tell, look, t-shirts. Nobody has heavy clothes on.
Yep, it's a beautiful night.
Beautiful Halloween parade in downtown Pottstown. So, let's talk.
Let's hope it stays that way for the winter because
We don't want a cold winter. Not after the last few.
I love snow, but let me
No.
tell you, my budget does not love it. So
No.
you know, the other thing I'm noticing with the crowds and stuff here, you know, they're all out. The kids are having fun. Everybody's having fun here, and you know, the more people that are out on the street enjoying these events, the elements that we don't like, they don't want to be seen, and
No.
they're not here. So
No.
you can totally be safe out here on High Street. There's events going on. It's a wonderful place. This is a dance group that's doing very well coming up. This is us.
How about Argentos Pizza at High in Hanover? They would like to thank everyone for making their business last 18 years at High in Hanover. And they look forward to many more years serving Pottstown with good pizza. As we said before, connections on High Cafe in the New York store building. They have parking around back. If you say that you heard about them on PCTV, you get 10% off. So how can you beat that? They have espresso, specialty drinks, free Wi-Fi, and sandwiches, panini sandwiches, salads. Connections on High Cafe.
All right, I'm going to cut you off here, Mike,
Go ahead.
because this is in the wrong place, but
That's okay.
I'll let them go. This is our first appearance of our Santa. And for those of you who don't know, it takes a very special person to be Santa's helper. All right, well. He has his little elf. He'll be making his first appearance, his public appearance, on November 28th at the tree lighting ceremony.
And you'll have the little house down by Borough Hall again?
Down at the house. We had the high school build the house last year, and this year the group from the good old days, then and now, they painted it.
Great.
And made it look beautiful. So we're very excited. And Whites and Corns, our men's store for 150 years, they got a call about a month ago telling us that they were the ones to create the suit that Santa is wearing.
Oh, great.
So that is all tailored right to our Santa.
Pottstown Classic Car Club is hauling Santa in that beautiful Mustang convertible, followed by a giant monster truck that looks like it's made for Halloween with all the fire and skulls. And then we have Scott Schaefer. Scott Schaefer's up on 422 in Birdsboro, and he's got a Cadillac hearse that shoots fire. Wow. I said.
Yeah, really.
He's been in the parade before, but every year it gets better and better.
Yep. It's got a special on body parts, $29.99.
Yeah, right. There you go. Upper Pottsgrove Township #1 fire company rescue truck, followed by the Pottstown police vehicle, a side of Pottstown Fire Police rescue truck. All shined up, serving the communities, Pottstown and surrounding. Well, Sheila, I hate to say it, but I think that's
we're
the
at the
end.
end.
Yep.
I'd like to thank again, real quick, the volunteers that were out there for Padita and all the volunteers. Godfrey Real Estate, Padita, and the Farmers Market Group, the committee bringing in the Farmers Market.
Phillies Fire Company, Alex Zetmeyer and Joe Logan, thanks. Okay, well, I think it's all over tonight. Thank you, everybody. Downtown Pottstown thanks you. And don't forget to watch us on PCTV. Good night.
Specific locations, so check your websites for that.
Here we have the most inviting spot in Pottstown, the Proximity Cafe. That is at Moser Road and High Street. Back when we were younger, it was Shaner, Hatfield and Shaner, and then it was Security Bank. Now it's a cafe, coffee and food. And so try it out if you're looking for a place for a good cup of coffee. Proximity Cafe,
I
in
love
Moser.
going there and sitting in the old bank vault and enjoying my
you've been there?
drink there. Yep, absolutely.
I don't get out much. This place keeps me tied in, so I don't get to, but I'm going to try to get there and have a cup of coffee.
And the Pottstown Roller Derby Rock Stars. or the group you see right there in front of you. They actually have a game on July 13th against the Superheroes. Excuse me, against the Dutchland Derby Rollers Orange Crush is who they'll be playing on July 11th. So
I believe they play down there in the sports thing on the
yeah, I think you're right.
Industrial Avenue.
Industrial Avenue. Yep. I think you're right about
Sports
that.
complex. Yep. Here's an old one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Ringing
Old
Hill Fire Company brings out one of their classics for the parade.
Wow, that's neat.
I have a friend who collects fire trucks.
Really?
Yeah, a classmate I graduated with.
You need a big garage for that.
He does, and he has me.
Look at that. Beautiful. And then we got the modern version right behind it.
Old and new.
Old and new, big and little, whatever. 3,000 gallons, station 59, tanker. And yeah, the front one's a tanker also, so I don't think that one holds 3,000 gallons.
I don't think so.
And their utility truck, Ringing Hill. Shined up, looking good.
The intermittent wipers running on that truck indicate that it is again drizzling here. So we've had off and on rain, but that hasn't deterred anybody from staying. Nobody's left.
No, it's not bad. I'm glad it's just holding out for us just a little longer. Man, they got some trucks from Ringing Hill this year.
They do.
Look at this giant.
You know, I always worried at these parades. I always thought, what happens if there's a fire during the parade?
Yeah, right.
But it never seemed like there was one. And I thought, well, if we always had a parade, then we'd never have fires.
Marty Durchin behind the wheel of that.
And don't know who the lucky young person is in the window there, but...
No, he's lucky. She's lucky. Uh-oh, here we go. We got competition here. We got
Bill's mini rods here.
Yep. A bunch of them. I should fire up the monster truck and go chase them down.
There you go.
Huh?
Hey, I'll hold down the fort while you do that. Go ahead.
Look at a little school bus. Some hot rods. 57 Chevy convertible. There you go. Bill's mini rods. They are cool.
Oh, be the coolest kid on your block.
Whoa, hey, how'd you get that?
57 Chevy.
Oh my goodness.
Mini rod.
A mini Jeep for the four-wheel drive enthusiast. That's really cool. They are a lot more than last year. There's a whole gang of them. They're taking over the town. And the school bus.
Yep.
Taking the kid to school.
There's that 57 Chevy.
Lawnmower engines mounted on a little go-kart frame. I'm not sure where the bodies come from. The 57 might have been like a go-kart from the amusement park. I'm not sure.
That makes sense, yeah.
Right?
I can see that.
But the other little ones, I guess they're making them. Willie's body, 57 Chevy, 34 Ford, and they're very authentic. Look at that. We've got a fifth-wheel truck. A little bit.
Got everything.
Yeah, every something for everyone.
You're right, Mike. They've taken over High Street.
They've taken over. The parade is now mini parade. Big people on mini cars.
Which reminds me, I need to mow my grass sometime this weekend.
That's what you need, a body like that for your lawnmower. You have a little fun anyway, right?
The Police Athletic League is next. They've been around since 1985. This is their 30th anniversary.
They do a lot for the youth sports programs in Pottstown. PAL, as we call them, Police Athletic League. Another older fire truck following up behind them, Upper Pottsgrove, #1 fire company on Farmington Avenue. And then they have their tank truck following the ladder truck. You hear people in the crowd saying thank you. I mean, that's what today's about. Thank you to our veterans for making it possible to live here in America. And thank you to fire companies and police for keeping us safe. The PCTV network. If you haven't tuned in, you should. There's a lot of good stuff on it, and it's also on the internet. The PCTV network. You can go there and view past episodes of the parade, car stories, my show, sporting events, and you know, you can tell your friends in Pittsburgh and all over the country to watch this show. My show gets a lot of people from Florida and other states that watch it on the internet. The PCTV network is where to go. And you look up in the archives anything you want for the last couple years. So, and of course, they're on, you know, channel 28 right here in Pottstown, or if you get Comcast cable. 22, 28, and 98, right, Steve?
Yep, 22, 28, and 98.
You have real estate shows. They have all kind of, you know, different channels have different shows. And what do we got coming up? A big
Haynes
digger.
And Kibble House.
Haynes and Kibble House. Reading Site Contractors is the rig, pulling a big digger. That would be the 328D LCR. And Adam must be the driver.
Adam must be the driver.
Hey!
What's up, Eric? Happy 4th of July to you. Thank you. Just got handed a 6-inch ruler from Westmont Christian Academy. That's who's going by there. That's Mary Weeder, one of my softball players, pointing there. And we got Elijah Platchek, one of the teachers.
And Westmont is where, Steve?
Westmont is right up the road here.
I'm still trying to find a leisure suit. I'm still trying. They're very hard to find.
So that is Westmont Christian Academy. Yeah, they're right over on Hanover Street, 873 Hanover Street.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm the girls softball coach there. Have been for 3 seasons, and
oh, nice. I didn't know that.
yep, enjoy it very much. And that young lady Mary that went by there is going to be my catcher next season.
Great. Another cool fire truck right behind the Westmont Christian Academy. West End up in Stowe. Another old company and a beautiful red fire truck, engine 57. Another West End truck follows right behind it, another big unit. West End is a good place for wedding, social gathering. They have a nice social hall, and they have bowling alleys. Probably the only one of the fire companies left in the area that have bowling.
There's all sorts of ways to support these companies, usually banquet halls. They have chicken bakes and stuff like that. So it's always a good time, always a good opportunity to try and throw some money their way, keep them supported.
Yep.
And Calvary Baptist Church is coming up next. They'll have their Vacation Bible School. I believe it's the first week of August that goes on.
There's food, games, and Bible challenges at Calvary Baptist Church.
Yeah, they're doing Camp Kilimanjaro, August 2nd through the 6th. So bring your kids to that. They're on 2096 East Schuylkill Road in Pottstown.
Black Forest Landscaping is hauling North End Swim Club.
Yeah.
That was my pool. I lived there when I was a kid. North End Swim Club.
They're doing some kind of an event tomorrow, too, at noon for the first 100 public guests who come. So show up tomorrow, 901 North Adams Street. And here we have the Blessed Teresa of Calcutta Knights of Columbus from Limerick.
Limerick, PA. Norco Fire Company coming up here, folks. Nice red pickup truck. A utility vehicle. I'm sure it's equipped with tow ropes and different things for emergencies.
Now, did they just have their fair, or is that happening?
I think it's
Just
over
happened.
today.
Yep.
I think
It
it's
is
over
time.
today. And that goes way back. I remember when it was in the parking lot of Coventry Mall.
Yep, yep.
And then they moved it over there. And
The Norco Mall.
Norco Mall. There you go. Norco Mall. Back with the traditional red. Norco Fire Company, fire rescue, ladder truck. Again, nice shiny paint, all cleaned up. See, I'm a car guy, so I notice these details.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no dents, there's no wear marks. So they really take care of these trucks. I hear something in the background, Steve. One of my favorites. Here every year.
I know, but unfortunately, that means the end is near.
It is?
So let's not rush it too much. Been enjoying it so far.
Okay, here we got fire. Fire trucks aren't moving, so I think everything's okay.
Yeah. This is a U.S. hot air balloon, I believe.
Wow.
And they will actually be at the park today.
Woo. You can feel the heat.
I feel the heat here. Wow. That's amazing.
Warming us up.
See their balloons early in the morning and late in the afternoon.
Oh, it's so beautiful when you see them way up in the air.
About a week ago, one of my granddaughters was having kind of a rough day. She was crying, and didn't a hot air balloon land
Really?
just a few feet from where we were? We went over and saw it. It made her day.
Made her day.
Made
Oh.
her day. There's Solid Rock Landscaping. A whole bunch of young men up there from my youth group over at Mountain View Chapel. You got Robbie Kurtz up there, Josh East, Jeb Kurtz, Sam East is up there.
And who's this in the back?
This
Who's on the
is-
trailer?
That's Mary Kurtz is right there. It's the owner's wife. There's Jeremy East. It's a ball club there. Nate East is right there. All these guys waving to me over here. Bunch of people from our church.
That's cool. The Pirates, huh?
They are. They are. Daniel Boone Youth Baseball there. They're coached by Rob Kurtz. He's the owner of Solid Rock Landscaping, also driving the truck today.
Pottstown Dragon Warriors.
There we
They're
go.
look at that boat. You don't realize how long they are when they're behind a truck like that. Sponsored by the Brick House, sponsored by Sal's Pizza, Dragon Warriors.
And the Amity Fire Company.
Serving the community since 1961.
Engine 49. And that sound that you're hearing, Mike, that's the calliope.
Oh, I love it. It gets steam calliope being played by David Brightbill of Robizonia. It's all powered by steam, and it's beautiful. Well, happy Independence Day, Steve.
Mike, thank you.
It was a great parade this year.
And once again, a thank you to Jurgi Daler Alabach Sheffy Picardi, a full-service law firm, serving clients in Pottstown since 1968. Our extensive experience spans a diverse range of areas, including estate planning, estate administration, trust, business law, personal injury, family law, elder law, bankruptcy, criminal and workers' compensation. And our firm also serves as solicitor to several townships, municipal authorities, and zoning hearing boards in Montgomery, Berks, and Chester counties. And it is thanks to them, and thanks to you, Mike, here at Wheels in Motion, and thanks to everybody here in the Pottstown Parade that we're able to bring this to you, Independence Day Unlimited. I am Steve Karabatis alongside Mike Yadessa. We thank you for joining us.
Without your contributions, today's parade could not happen. Thank you for your contribution. Also, you can make more for next year's parade at Independence Day Limited. And thanks to Marsha Levengood and Chip Smale and Gus Tellis for filming it, and everyone that made this day possible. Independence Limited would also like to thank everyone for their support and donations. So Steve, what do you think?
Mike, I think we're going to call it a day. It's been wonderful. The rain held off. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to the festivities going on at the park for the rest of the afternoon.
I'll see you down at the park.
I'll see you there. For Mike Yadessa, I'm Steve Karabatis. This has been a PCTV production. Thank you for watching.